It was a cold January day in 2009. U.S. Airways Flight 1549 prepared for takeoff from LaGuardia Airport in New York City. The Airbus A320 was headed to Charlotte, North Carolina. 150 passengers and 5 crew members were on board. The takeoff was normal, everything seemed routine. At 3:27 p.m., just a few minutes into the flight, disaster struck. A flock of Canada geese collided with the plane. The impact was loud and jarring. Passengers and crew were stunned. The plane shuddered violently. Both engines lost power. The cockpit filled with the smell of smoke and jet fuel. We were in a dire situation. Bird strikes are a known hazard in aviation, but this was different. The geese were large and the impact was significant. The force of the impact had disabled both engines. Modern jet engines are designed to withstand bird strikes to a certain extent. However, a collision with a flock of large birds like Canada geese can overwhelm these safety measures. The ingestion of birds into an engine can cause significant damage. The impact can break fan blades, disrupt airflow, and even lead to engine fire. In the case of Flight 1549, the bird strike had caused catastrophic damage to both engines, leaving us with no thrust. I took control of the aircraft. First Officer Jeff Skiles focused on trying to restart the engines. We knew time was critical. I assessed our options. Returning to LaGuardia was not possible. Neither was diverting to Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. The only option was to attempt a water landing in the Hudson River. It was a risky maneuver, but we had no other choice. I had to make a decision, and I had to make it quickly. With no power, we were essentially gliding. The Hudson River was our only hope. I announced to the passengers and crew, brace for impact. The cabin crew prepared the passengers for a water landing. I aimed for a stretch of the river near the George Washington Bridge. I maintained a controlled glide, trying to minimize impact. Section 5, Miracle on the Hudson, Survival and Rescue. At 3:31 p.m., we landed in the Hudson River. The impact was hard, but the plane remained largely intact. We had survived the crash. The evacuation began immediately. Passengers and crew exited the plane onto the wings and inflatable rafts. Ferry boats and rescue crews arrived quickly. Within minutes, everyone was safely off the sinking aircraft. Section 6, Accolades and Recognition, a Global Hero. The world was amazed by the miracle on the Hudson. All 155 people on board had survived. I was hailed as a hero. We received accolades from the public, government officials, and the aviation industry. The crew and I were honored to have saved so many lives. I was humbled by the outpouring of support, but I knew it was a team effort. The crew, the passengers, and the rescuers all played a vital role. Section 7, the Aftermath, Investigations and Recommendations. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, conducted a thorough investigation. They determined that the bird strike was the primary cause of the accident. The NTSB praised our crew resource management and our decision-making during the emergency. They also made recommendations to improve aviation safety. These recommendations included enhanced bird strike prevention measures and improved pilot training for water landings. Section 8, Sully's Legacy, Beyond the Miracle. The miracle on the Hudson had a profound impact on my life. I retired from commercial aviation in 2010. I wrote a book, Highest Duty, about my experiences. It was later adapted into a major motion picture, Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Tom Hanks. I've continued to advocate for aviation safety and human factors in high-stress situations. Section 9, A Lasting Impact, Lessons Learned and Remembered. The miracle on the Hudson serves as a reminder that even in the face of disaster, hope and survival are possible. It highlights the importance of skilled piloting and crew resource management, effective emergency response and rescue efforts, and the resilience of the human spirit. The legacy of Flight 1549 continues to inspire us to strive for excellence in aviation safety and human endeavor.